Welcome to day one of Strong Mobile Free. I'm Doc Jen, and I'm so excited and honored that you are choosing to take on this journey with me. I hope that this journey will help to get you in tune with your body and help you to learn a lot. My whole goal is bringing you tools, education, opening and awareness back into your body. I wear awareness on my wrist because it's literally everything. Without it, we don't know where we need to tap into. So I'm hoping that you have the tools after this challenge to continue to learn, and I hope that you continue wanting to learn, eager for more, because 15 minutes is quite frankly not enough time for me to give you everything that you need within 5 days. So we're gonna get started. I have my little timer here so I can try to keep it to 15 minutes as much as possible. Now we're gonna start with a 1 minute warm up, which is normally not what I would do, but we're gonna bounce, like literally letting it relax. Bouncing is amazing because it gets our lymphatic system going and it actually stimulates fascia. The only way we're gonna move better is if our fascia isn't so restricted. So relax and let that body relax and breathe. Okay, right after that, a little bit of bouncing. We're gonna go right into a hip flexor stretch. So foot back, tuck that tailbone, reach, and over. And we're just gonna do a few. Tuck, reach, and over. Notice a slight bend in my front leg. Tuck, reach, and over. Last one. Tuck, reach, and over. Okay? Really quickly, we're gonna go into some hip hinges. Understanding my hips go to the back, and I reach. Hips back. Feel a stretch through my hamstrings, a reaching and activation. Ooh, right into it. Okay, you don't have to have a jump rope if you don't have one, so I'll show you without it since I'm getting my jump rope untangled anyways. And we're just bouncing on our toes. The goal though is to not let this low back drop this way. So I'll show the jump rope next time. Okay, we don't want to be here. Drop that rib cage. Stack right over the big toe. So ball of the big toe should be bouncing. And then you can kind of keep your hands back here so it opens up through the chest as you breathe. And it's just 40 seconds here. Warming up that body even more. So a little bit stiffer than the bounce than we did in the beginning. Okay, it's only a 10-second break before we go right into the next one. So next one is really fun. We're gonna come down to the floor here. And we're gonna do a lateral bear crawl 3 times. So bear crawl, press through the shoulder blades, barely hover the knees, keep that rib cage tucked down, belly flat. 1, 2, 3. After 3, you're gonna give me a little mini tricep. So it's gonna be nose diving forward and coming up, okay? So I want to show you that. Keep going back and forth. Your knees are barely hovered, your hands are pressing into the floor, and your rib cage is tucked, okay? From here, it's moving this way, and then I'll show you the push-up next time around. See how fast this 40 seconds goes? We only have 3 rounds, so keep moving this entire time. You'll really feel those muscles and what it feels like to get that heart rate really up. Now we're gonna jump from narrow to wide. The one thing that we really wanna watch here is that our knees are tracking over our 2nd or 3rd toe. Okay, so not our big toe and not necessarily our pinky toe. We're not forcing, but we're bending and opening, and it only goes to what you can. So if a narrow squat's really hard, you're gonna stay quite high, okay? And if this is too much jumping on your joints, we're just gonna walk it in and out. Okay, obviously the lower the harder, and you just keep moving throughout the entire time as a progression, okay? Now, we're gonna go into one of my favorites, which is called a bridge walkout. So we're gonna go onto your back here, hands open so that your chest is open, your shoulders are not rounding. Hands open, lift into a bridge. It does not need to be very high. So my ribs are flat, pelvic floor is on, which you'll get more of in day 3, so you actually learn what the core is and how to stabilize it. So make sure you keep following along, but we're just walking. The goal here is not to allow those hips to move at all. So no hip movement. We actually activate the core when we keep it nice and tight. we're activating single leg use, and we're activating anti-rotation, pelvic floor work, and hamstring and glutes. So that's an amazing exercise because we hit so many different muscles. Okay, let's see if I can actually use the jump rope. This might still have troubles. Okay, but again, if you don't have a jump rope, you don't have to use it. Oh my goodness, I have an extra knot. This is real life. Welcome to my real life. It's gonna hit my ponytail every single time. A little too short for me. Remember, you don't have to use a jump rope if you don't need to. I showed you in round 1 what it looks like if you don't. But focus, jumping over the ball of the big toe, not allowing those ankles to flare out. Okay? Breathe in, jump in, and we're done. Let me try to take that knot out. Okay, next one, we're going right into those lateral bear crawls to the tricep dip. So I want to show you from the side this time. So lateral bear crawl, I talked about, we're pressing into the ground from the shoulder blades, hovering the knees. Belly is not dropping, but it's lifted. So that pelvis almost tilts backwards a little bit. You walk 3 times, okay? Then for the tricep, to get more into the triceps, you're actually gonna nose dive forward and then press through those fingertips. In order to stay out of wrist pain, we don't wanna be diving into those wrists or straightening out those elbows. I have a lot of hyperextension, okay? You actually wanna come forward, only go to what you can, press it back. It does not need to be far. Okay, obviously, the further down you go, the harder it is. Okay, so you get to make this as hard as you want. I don't like when it's like, oh, well, that workout wasn't hard enough. Well, what was your intention? Because if you're actually focusing on a lot of the muscles, you'll realize that it is so much harder and you can make it so much harder. Like this is a 10-minute workout, but if you're actually like going as fast as you can, going as low as you can, really focusing, are my glutes squeezing as I pull out? Are my adductors squeezing as I pull in? Am I keeping that core tight? You'll actually realize that you get to work a lot harder and it becomes a lot more difficult. Okay, let me just keep going, back and forth, breathe in, and understanding that you're more than halfway through now. Yay! Not too much more, okay? Right back out to those bridge walkouts. So I'm gonna come down to the floor, finishing up this second round here. Again, palms up to the ceiling, squeeze. So rib cage down, pelvic floor on. Again, you'll learn what that means on day 3. So please, please, please stay tuned. And walking back and forth. Again, trying not to let those hips move, okay? And the other thing is, as you walk out, you're not allowing your toes to come up. So actually try to feel the ground the entire time. Feel the ground as you walk out, and then feel the ground as you come back in. Feel the ground as you walk out, feel the ground as you come back in. So toes never lift. You're actually trying to keep them on the ground and engaged. All right, last round. Last try with this. Let's see. Oh, got it this time, guys. Yeah. Okay, so for this one, you're not looking up, you're looking straight, rib cage is down, shoulder blades aren't squeezing, but they're definitely not forward here, okay? Just opening through the chest, nice and light, rib cage down, bouncing off of those ball of the big toe, okay? You'll get good calf activation. You actually get up into like more of the inner thighs, adductor, glutes, and hamstrings. So it's a lot more effective as well as cardio. Okay, little tricks for you there. Going right back into our lateral bear crawls to the tricep dips. Or not dips, but tricep push-ups. Pressing, 1, try not to let it move, 2, 3. And then push up and back up. Think of like, there's like a glass of water on your back, except for the push-up. Would definitely slide off on that. But as you walk side to side, you don't wanna let that glass of water fall. So you're gonna keep that. Okay, keep it going. See if you can get one more. Breathe. Always breathing the entire time. Woo! Feeling it. Okay, then back up. We got our jumps. Narrow and wide, okay? Hands can be on your hips if you want. Let me show you from the side. Now, we don't be rounding, okay? This is not the intention. See how everything just like hangs, okay? We actually want to keep shoulders back, hips, that same hip hinge, jump out, squeeze the glutes, and middle. Wide, narrow, wide, narrow. Notice how I'm staying low, as low as possible. Wide, narrow. Also a good thing, turn away from the timer so you don't stop early. Little trick. Keep it going. Wide, narrow, wide, narrow. Woo! Notice that though my knees might go a little bit past my ankles, they're definitely not going past my toes. So my intention is still to stay in my posterior chain. Whoops. Bridge walkouts, last one. Up, walking as far out as you can, not letting those toes up. And then back in, rib cage down. Pelvic floor on. Hips don't move. Abs are flat. Chest is open. So much happening. There's always so much happening. That's why there's no excuse. Like no matter what workout you're in, I don't care. Do yoga, you'll still feel it when you get out of it. If you're intentional on the work that you are doing, on the muscles that should be lengthening or activating. So if we're very intentional in our workouts, we end up getting a way better workout. Promise you that. Okay, now we're gonna go right into the mobility cool down. Okay, laying it down for that warm up. We're actually gonna come onto your back here. Okay, you're gonna grab your leg but not hug it into your chest. So you actually want to interlace your fingers, let your arms relax. So let them straighten out. Bring your toe back toward your face and only straighten until you can and come back down. So it's nice and light. We're just gonna do about 8 to 10 of them on each side. So this is not about how high you can go or how long you can hold. When we pull the toe back like this, it's actually getting into that sciatic nerve. So it's lengthening, tensioning, and pulling on that nerve, which is why I don't like you to force it, okay? In any other kind of hamstring stretch, I always like to say your foot gets to stay relaxed, which we're gonna do in a minute. So if we're just thinking about a hamstring stretch, keep your foot relaxed. No need to pull on your foot, okay? Now, if you're getting into a nerve glide or tensioning, flossing motion, then we pull the toe back. Now, if you're having any back pain, disc pain, and you've had like symptoms like this for a while, I definitely want you to take this easy, okay? Then maybe you keep your toe up toward the ceiling. If you feel any kind of tension into the back, keep your toe up toward the ceiling, okay? So this is definitely can be a squirmy guy. We don't want to affect it that much, okay? Then, I just want to see the 10. We're gonna come up onto the wall. So I'm gonna scooch my buns all the way in, and I'm as far in as you can. So if your knees are like this, scoot your buns back and let your legs relax, okay? So the idea is to have your legs relaxed. For me, I don't even feel a stretch here, so I can go all the way in. Now, clarity is day one. Day one is all on clarity. So I want you to bring your hands toward your rib cage, and we're gonna focus on that breath. So we're gonna do a 4-second inhale. Feel the hands expand. Feel the rib cage expand, and an 8-second exhale. Inhale. The intention is that you feel how after you exhale everything, you want to expand from this low rib cage. You want to naturally expand from the belly, expand from the back, expand from the sides. I don't want you to feel like This is not an inhale, guys. This is where we go to if we are getting chased by a bear, or if we're, under a lot of stress and tension. So when we want to actually start to elongate and open up mobility, decrease pain, this is where we breathe from. Maybe you close your eyes, just relax and breathe. Okay, you're gonna continue to do this the whole rest of the time, and maybe even more. So maybe you wanna hold it there for, a little while longer, totally up to you. I just wanna say congratulations for finishing day 1. Who knew that you can get sweaty, that you can feel a good workout in just 15 minutes. Really opening up your body, starting to learn about your breath, and connect your whole entire body.
Activity completed.
I'm excited for you to join the rest of this week. Keep it going, guys. You got this. So, so good.